Testing, testing. Is this thing working? What's the motherfucking deal? I know we don't have the usual setup, man, but I'm gonna be honest. Didn't say that. I mean, I didn't start hooking shit up till like 8 o'clock. Um, Before we get into everything going on, I just want to say thank y'all, man. Um, It's a little bit of a hiatus. We had a little bit of a wait, but the community is back together again. And I'm looking forward to nothing but good times ahead. And, we've been chopping up a little bit in the Discord here and there, but, that's kind of different. It's hard to catch up on that. Um, so I want to take this evening to just kind of talk about where we are, where we headed. And yes, the Denline still works. Barely, I barely saved it. They just want to cut that bitch off. So we'll take some calls. We'll just kind of talk about, what happened. We'll talk about what's going to happen in the future. Got a lot of ideas to make the den a lot better. So I'm going to be spending some time tomorrow working on a lot of that. But man, I just want to say thank you to everybody who reached out. Thank you to everybody, like I said, who wrote, dropped some on the books, who just, reached out to figure out what was going on, to know that, just another nigga on YouTube. That y'all chop it up with, and that y'all had some genuine concern, man. That meant a whole lot to me. A lot of y'all made the stay a breeze. You know what I mean? A couple people I want to shout out to before we dive all the way in it. Man, Mr. Cultured, again, just sincere gratitude for what you did. Not only holding down the Discord, but and keeping the den folk together and having a place where they can still chop it up on a nightly basis, but just keeping me in the loop as far as the crosswords, the den laws, collaborating with Miss Gwen, man. I appreciate all that. So thank you for that. And if y'all may not have noticed, Culture has a little symbol, so make sure y'all stay on the right side of that. Nah, no worries there. But let's see, we got joined us, man. And then let me see. I'll get into the whole rigmarole in just a second, man. I want to shout out to everybody, man. Like I said, it's good to see y'all. D the Gamma, J S'more, Morency, what's the motherfucking deal? Sweetberry, special shout out to Miss Sweetberry. What's the motherfucking deal? Miss Bell, good to see you, Miss Bell. We're gonna see if Miss Bell gonna be first on the call line this evening. See if she's ready for y'all. Mr. Cultured, what's the motherfucking deal? Sticky Northside, what's the motherfucking deal? Marquise Newhouse, what's the motherfucking deal? D Love, Heidi, the worst person in the den. What's the motherfucking deal? Not much love to Miss Heidi. Prepaid. What's the motherfucking deal? Shout out to Prepaid. Solis. Just Sarah. What's the... Yes, Just Sarah. Just Sarah is a wonderful person. I'm just going to leave it at that. It was a very entertaining conversation we had in the Den Discord the other night with Miss Just Sarah, Mr. J Dizzle, and everyone else. Big M, I think he got deported towards the end of the Discord, so there's that. He won't pass, what's the motherfucking deal? Goodbye Will, what's the motherfucking deal? 335 in the building, what's the motherfucking deal? Let's see. Tanner Fox, what's the motherfucking deal? John from New York, what's the motherfucking deal? My favorite New Yorker. Professor Trill in the building, what's the motherfucking deal? Let's see. Man, what was it? A month with 35 fucking days. Unbeaten, what's the motherfucking deal? Footballer, what's the motherfucking deal? Beyond the Funny Nigga has been timed out already, but what's the motherfucking deal? I don't even know what he did. Let me see. It's your boy Roman. D-Love, I don't know if I shouted you out, but if I did or didn't, get the 2 shout outs. El Lobo, what's the motherfucking deal? Let's see. James Harden, go win a fucking championship. What's the motherfucking deal? Bad and Bougie. What's the motherfucking... Oh, Girl 6 is in the building. What's the motherfucking deal? V Darko. Miss... Oh, my goodness. Miss V Darko. Raisins in the... What was it? The potato salad. I'll never forget that. It's good to see you, Miss V Darko. How are you? Let me see. I'm trying to make sure I don't miss anybody. Mike B, what's the motherfucking deal? Let's see. Kenneth. Honorable mention Kenneth in the building. Let me see. Jake in Texas. Oh, let me put the is the fucking A. I know some of these fucking things are probably changed up. So I missed that, but shout out to Miss Heidi. I appreciate the love. Yeah, I saw a lot of, man. It's so much. I got a list of shit. We're gonna have a very interesting conversation. We probably got plenty of good conversations for the week. I mean, it's a lot of stuff to talk about. Rockzilla, what's the motherfucking deal? Ronald Isley, what's the motherfucking deal? What are you talking about, Isley? You ain't get on the vocal part. You was listening. Dakota, what's the motherfucking deal? LaMarcus Hicks, what's the motherfucking deal? Wise, what's the motherfucking deal? Vince in the building, what's the motherfucking deal? Aaron's Chaotic Gaming, man, what's the motherfucking deal? Let me see. Frank, what's the motherfucking deal, man? Well, thank you. And everybody who's welcome back. Appreciate it. Luke, what's the motherfucking deal? Body Calhoun, what's the motherfucking deal? Let me see, man. It's a lot of y'all, man. I'm glad everybody's here this evening because, like I say, I think it's just good to see y'all, man. So I mean, where to start, right? And I think I fixed the audio on that, hopefully.
Prepaid Mike donated $100. Welcome home to the Honorable Honcho Mohammed. With no further waiting, wanting to let my Den family know. I got another baby on the way.
Man, shout out to Prepaid. And I ain't have my own damn audio on. Congratulations to Mr. Prepaid, man. And an addition, a young prepaid card on the way, man. That is a beautiful thing. Man, that is a wonderful
Just
thing.
Sarah donated $20 through Super Chat. Honcho the main Sancho. Welcome back, Sparkling Heart.
Miss Jess Sarah, thank you so. Miss Jess Sarah held me down. Look, she snuck some nude pictures in past the guards for me, and a lot of other lovely things. So they took it easy on me there. But man, it is a beautiful thing. Kelly Cole. And for those of you who don't know, I guess I should, let everybody know who may have missed it, what was going on. But man, appreciate the love, Heidi. Appreciate the love, Prepaid, man. Appreciate the love, Jess Sarah, man. Thank y'all so much. For those of you who don't know, I was on vacation in Harris County for 35 days. I got out last Monday, and I kind of just took a little bit of a hiatus until now. And we'll get everything rolling back on the 1st. It's been about a week. It's been long enough. And so, like I said, there's plenty of stories to talk about. There's plenty of things to discuss, and so. Okay. Man, that's I don't have any kids, so I guess I don't understand the whole deal. But it's like I always wonder, people like they have that feel, and usually they're generally right about that, where they generally can tell.
Dan
like
Strong donated $25. What up, my friend? Good to see you back.
Man, Dan the Civilian, man, what's the motherfucking deal? How are you, man? How is everything going, Dan? I definitely want to if you get a chance, man. Would love to hear from you. Mike, just county, man. That's just county. So it's no big deal. Like I say, it was a small vacation, a small hiatus, but it was a beautiful thing. No, it wasn't a beautiful thing, but it was a necessary thing. Because I had a chance to think about a lot of stuff, man. I thought about y'all. I thought about y'all a lot, man, and just each and every one of you, and those of you who have just been a part of this thing, and so like I said, I really want to do it big this year. I really want to make some things shake. Now, I'll talk about my situation. I'll talk about my outcome. I'm not gonna spend the whole time. I may take talk about 30 minutes or so, and then usually I try to keep it less than that. But I'm gonna talk a little bit, and then we'll open up the lines after that. But here's my deal, right? College is college, and it's in the county, man. No, it's not like that. And in the you're talking state or TDC out here, yeah, it's more segregated. Like I say, the tank I was in, it was mainly Hispanic, but man, they was cool as shit with me. So it was no real issues. Red Lobo, what's the motherfucking deal? So no real issues, like I say, man. And being cool with the Mexicans or the Hispanics, because they were definitely multiple different types of Hispanics. But y'all know me, I just call everybody Mexican. No offense if you're offended. Well, I'm sorry. But Angela, how are you? And so my thing is just like, you ain't lived until you've had a ramen noodle burrito, right? But it's like I said, there's a lot of things going on. I'm going to talk about all that. I'm trying to find a good base to start. But like I said, for those of you who don't know, I was away handling a legal issue, and again, like I say, it was necessary because it gave me the time to think. When you get to disconnect from all the social media, all of the distractions that life just throws at you from time to time. I mean, you're in a place where you really can't do shit about shit. There are a lot of pros and cons about that situation. And so I gave you power. What's the motherfucking deal? Yeah, I have no issue with the police. I broke the rules. I went against the grain, and it was a situation I had to do it. And actually, there was no real issue like at all, because I had to, basically turn myself in for some stuff. So I've had no issue with the real actual law enforcement at all, other than going to the court dates. I didn't encounter real law enforcement. If you want to talk about detention officers, correctional officers, then they're not doing their job, which is a completely different thing. So now the fucking bot wants to just come randomly working. That's fucking crazy. Correctional officers and detention officers do not do their job, and I have a personal beef with one of them, and it's so much to talk about, man. It's so much shit to talk about. Like I say, we'll get to it, man. I appreciate that, Sticky, man. So I don't know where to start because there's so many things that I missed over the time. I guess we'll dedicate some individual stuff to that. And there's a couple of stories I said on the Discord that I would share, right? And so, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I got two stories I'll tell. All right. But what I will tell you this though, after being in there, I hate niggas more than ever. I hate niggas more than ever. Not black people, not quality people. When I say niggas encompasses every race, right? I hate niggas more than ever, ever, right? And then I talk about hating niggas, and there's Miss Shelley Long. So, Slick Whips, what's the motherfucking deal? So my thing is this, right? Harris County has changed. I think last time I ever went to Harris County, they used to keep the more effeminate individuals, we'll put it like that, separate from your general population, right? And I'm telling you, like, the nigga mentality is terrible. Miss Mead, I appreciate the love. It's not that I got in any new trouble. I just had to handle some old trouble, and then, like I say, I'll explain.
Mars Mead 37 donated $5 through Super Chat. Ed, stop getting in trouble. You are getting too old, shawty.
Oh.
Grace donated $20. Love me some Honcho.
Man, thank you, Miss B. Thank you, Miss Grace. Shout out to Miss Grace, man. Look, Miss Grace was my jail girlfriend. She was keeping me informed and writing me letters, and I appreciate that. Yeah, I ain't want to put you out there, but I thank Miss Grace so much. She made the stay, and some of you others, I ain't gonna put everybody out there, but I couldn't help it. That Miss Grace made my stay very wonderful. Baker man, what's the motherfucking deal? No, man. Like I say, there's so many stories to this case. I don't even know where to start. There's no soap dropping because there's only one shower. It's not prison. Y'all gotta stop watching Oz and shit, right? You know what I'm saying? You know, so y'all gotta stop watching fucking Oz and shit. You feel me? Because
Kenneth
it's
Colon
like,
donated dollar through Super Chat. Old man finally back.
appreciate it, Mr. Ken. Honorable mention, Kenneth. So my thing is this, right? I don't know what y'all been watching, but this is the county. This is not. Look, you understand. There's a difference between jail and the penitentiary. All right, big difference. The penitentiary is you're going to be staying for quite a while. You know what I'm saying? Um, I really think, honestly, I think Shelley Long likes gay men. I'm just thinking of the comments that she makes, some of the things she said in the past, and I really think she's one of those that, you know, there's a term that they call them. If I say it on YouTube, they'll probably cancel me. I don't want to get canceled the day I got back. Oh man, I almost went back to jail today. I'm gonna tell y'all that story too, because I gotta stay out the Wally. Like I went to the Wally and I was about to fuck a couple up. Like I was like, I haven't been that mad.
Heidi
Well,
Kleindienst
since
donated
last
$2 through
Thursday.
Super Chat.
Yeah.
I didn't know murdering Poontang was a crime.
Yes, in this day and age, if you don't get consent to murder the
I gave you
poontang,
power donated dollar through Super Chat. I know you were singing I'm locked up won't let me out.
nah, I was honestly, what I did, I read the Bible. I read the Old Testament while I was in there. That's what I really did. So while I was in there, I read the entire Old Testament. Dreamer, what's the motherfucking deal? Broderick, what's the motherfucking deal? The possible fake Maria, what's the motherfucking deal? But here's the thing, man. Yeah, y'all. That's what I'm saying, man. Like y'all gotta understand, and I gotta make sure I ain't missing nobody. Heidi and I gave you power. I appreciate the love. Um, the thing about it, right, is counties, like I say, you know, short stay. You don't. They say in the penitentiary. I've never been to the penitentiary. Okay, so one in the penitentiary though. Somebody asked about the racial divisions. That's where that takes place. You know, no, I didn't come out a Muslim. Ray, what's the motherfucking deal, man? Um, you know, now you can catch a felony case and deal with it in the county. You know, niggas, there's so many fucking jailhouse lawyers in there. It's a crazy, crazy thing, man. Um, so yeah, and I said I'm gonna read the New Testament. I need to get started. I was supposed to start today, and then no, I was not spared the Mike Bloomberg and Tom Strayer ads were permeating the television. Between that and Telemundo, um, it there was no escaping it. Um, I wouldn't call it a conversion to Christianity though. I just said, you know, just reading the Bible to be informed for myself. But I do apply. Like I was reading the Bible before. Went in, and I think there's a lot of things
Coulter
to apply.
donated $1.
And
Don't donate it all at once. Spread that shit out. Ha ha ha.
appreciate the love, culture. Um, so you know, I'm telling y'all, man, it's there's so much to talk about. But I want to let me tell the two stories I said I would talk. The two most entertaining things I think that happened. And so since we're deep in here, I want to talk about those, and then we'll get to some other things, and I'll talk some other stories in between. So I was saying, like I say, you know, back in the day, last time I was in Harris County, they used to divide the more effeminate individuals from the regular individuals, right? That's not a thing anymore. I've seen
Heidi
more
Kleindienst
trannies.
donated $2 through Super Chat. Mike will get it done. Bloomberg 2020.
Oh, appreciate the love. He might as well have said, he might as well use old buddy stuff. Mike Will made it. That's what every time I see Mike Will, I think it's gonna be Mike Will made it, because Bloomberg is terrible. Biden's forgetting what he's fucking running for. Oh, we got so much to talk about. But yeah, I've never seen so many trannies in my life than I did in the short stay that I had in Harris County. Yes, Miss Angela, I missed you all. No, ain't nobody. What do y'all think this is? Like, I had not an issue, not an incident, not a nothing. There was not. I had more problems with the ladies in the kitchen who worked for Aramark that I had with any inmate. I had no problem with any inmate whatsoever. It is the county jail. What are y'all? I can tell some of y'all make sure y'all pay all them tickets on time. But here's my thing, man. So, I'm in the because they put me in a work tank. So basically, I worked in the kitchen for a little while, and then I ended up working in the storeroom, which was good stories in itself. But so I'm in there for a few days, and it is what it is. And you come back. Sometimes it's just new people, and you sort of transfer people out, and new people come in. People get out. They finish their sentence, or they bail out, or whatever it may be, right? And then sometimes new people come in. Now, a work tank, everybody's supposed to basically go to work, and usually they're all in the kind of the same job. So one evening, a new inmate comes in, and this motherfucker got a whole fucking wig on, right? Like a whole fucking wig. Probably looks better than a lot of y'all here looking right now. I know it looks better than my shit, but my shit real, so I ain't tripping. This nigga for that whole fucking wig, had the fucking, however y'all be wrapping y'all shit up, had the shit wrapped up. This nigga wore a...
Just Sarah donated $2 through Super Chat. We're all friends in the den, at least for now, smiley face.
Yeah, it's all good right now. It's gonna turn up soon.
Heidi Kleindienst donated $2 through Super Chat. How much cocktail fruit did you steal?
Oh, man. We'll talk about that privately. Man, I don't know if it was sold in or what. Like, I don't know if this motherfucker had like weave sold in this shit or whatever. Like, I didn't have a conversation. I didn't speak one word. So, like, I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm gonna be real honest with y'all. Like, I say that, I try to treat everybody the same. I try to treat everybody equally. I'm a human being. I have my flaws. I'm not perfect. I refused to talk to the motherfucker. And it wasn't like, yeah, I ate a bunch of food, so I put on some weight, so I came back. But I did get slim. Like, none of my shit fit no more, and any of that. And so, because the Super Bowl happened while I was, on vacation. And this motherfucking, the trash-talking tranny swore they do more about everything than everybody. And so the trash-talking tranny and a small, very small man who apparently was in the same gang as Nipsey Hussle. That's a whole other story in itself. Little dude was cool, but, niggas in jail be lying. Niggas in jail be telling stories. That's why I don't associate. Like, I don't think I'm better than anybody. I just don't entertain certain levels of tomfoolery. So like I say, mainly the whole time I stayed to myself. We in there, I didn't fucking really associate. I'm not finna play spades. I ain't finna play dominoes with y'all niggas. I don't really want to talk about shit because there's no real good conversation to be had. So anyway, trash talking tranny didn't work, right? Just would be in the bunk all the time, and would do some of the most hoe-assed shit. Like, so everybody goes to work, you come back from work at a certain time. Like, this motherfucker's in the fucking tank by themselves all fucking day. All fucking day. And then when everybody starts getting back, this is when the motherfucker wants to use the one shower that's in the fucking cell. It's only one shower in the fucking cell. So you call your little next, or you put your shit up, let people know you got next or whatever. But it's like, motherfucker's been working all day or for however many hours. And then you want to fucking wait to go and get in the fucking shower. You know what I'm saying? Man, prepaid, you ain't lying, dog. Niggas got stories, niggas, man. Tell him, man, look, my nigga, tell him niggas, man. Because apparently I guess he knew somebody from the hood was with him or whatever, from his little hood or whatever. Man, tell him niggas, man, I be in the streets all day, man. I'm a street nigga, man. Street nigga with a $300 bill. Couldn't get out. You know what I'm saying? Y'all figure that one out. Not 3,000, not 30,000. You just do that. Yeah, the bot cut on then cut right back off, which is crazy. So yeah, in that bitch. Then and see, this is why there's so many stories because they gonna start interacting. Because my nigga was in there for making terroristic threats, dog, to the chick. So how does law enforcement get terroristic threats? Well, obviously you've left some type of evidence, and a person has to give them that evidence, which means that whatever that person that you did, leaving a voicemail on this person's phone, and they hand it over. So if you in here for this shit, why are you still calling that same person and basically committing the same crime from jail? You know what I'm saying? Like on the securest phones, which tell you these calls may be recorded. But anyway, it's a whole lot. Let me get back to the trash talking training because it's that story and it's one other story I want to tell, and then I'm gonna open up the lines. I know I've been talking for a minute, but so the trash talking training, right? Like, and here's my thing. This is why the motherfucker got on my nerves, and it wasn't even. I don't even think it was just like about me being a hater or anything like that. I mean, I didn't talk to a lot of people that was in there. There's some people that was in there long that I just didn't speak to. I just definitely didn't speak to this individual. One, because they were really loud. They were really fucking annoying. You like sleep all day, everybody's working, and then at night you fucking loud, yelling and playing fucking. I'm glad I finally got the fucking laugh out of my head because it was just this fucking, and it just made me fucking cringe. Like it was two people who had just the worst. Like it was some little young nigga from New Orleans, and then it was this fucking tranny with this terrible fucking laugh, and it was just like. It grinded my gears, and it's just like, man, shut the fuck up. Niggas are trying to sleep. It's anyway. But see, the thing I noticed about this individual though, anytime there was having like any issue that required like a woman was interacting with stuff, this motherfucker like hated women, but wanted to be one so bad. Female guard said something. Motherfucker sit there and talk shit and talk bad about the motherfucker all day. Any female that came was just like would call them all kind of names, say all kind of crazy shit. And another thing I noticed about all the trainings, like anytime there was a medicine card, because there was a bunch that had to go to court the same day I did. Anytime the medicine card came around, why are all the trainings on medicine? And it makes me think about when we talk about mental illness and some of these other things, right? So we're gonna have some conversations about that. Well, I mean, I got a bunch of topics that we're gonna have coming up. So I mean, just it's a lot. We're gonna be well stacked, right? And so, anywho, so the tranny and the little gangster, because he had to be a whole 5'4", 5'5", maybe. He was a little bitty man. So the little gangster and the tranny, they was arguing about how many rings Tom Brady had, and and somehow in my passing by, I don't even know what I was doing. I got brought into the conversation, and like I don't know. I guess that was kind of a dickhead thing because it was just like, even though both of them were having a conversation, kind of asked the question, I like kind of tuned out the tranny because I didn't want to think that we're gonna be buddies or having any kind of conversation. These other niggas might play spades. I'm not finna fool with you. Like I can't deal with it. But so everybody's watching the Super Bowl. They make a spread pizza, right? Ramen noodle
John
spread
from you
pizza.
donated $10.
So
Honcho went toe-to-toe with the tranny and got the 7th round TKI like Tyson Fury.
Man, y'all don't understand how long that shit was eating at me because I wanted to know what happened with that fight so bad. And like I checked the paper the next day, and because the papers, they get printed kind of late. They didn't have, the outcome in it. And I found out what happened, and I got home a few days later, and I was like, ooh, that was terrible. But Tyson Fury's a better boxer than Wilder. I mean, Wilder can take you out at any time, and so you have to be fearful of that. But Tyson Fury's a much better boxer. He kicked him, like I said, so I have to see 13 OB. So I haven't seen the fight. I'm gonna have to go back and catch. Like I seen the memes and shit. But so we're they're watching Super Bowl. I watched like the first quarter of the Super Bowl. Like I said, generally when it's something that I don't really have a vested interest in, I'll catch a little bit of it. But my thing was that I'm not here to watch too much TV or really be entertained. I'm just kind of chilling. And niggas was going crazy. Apparently, J Lo and Shakira did the thing. But again, if you are locked up and you don't really see the most attractive women, I guess you're gonna definitely take what you can get. Um, so here's my thing, right? Out of nowhere, like out of nowhere, I think I might actually dozed off or something. Out of nowhere, the fucking trash talking tranny topples off the top bunk, like had a seizure and fell off the fucking top bunk and was like laid out, like twitching, like on some crazy shit. Dog, like, trust me, I practiced that. I wrote that down. Trash talking tranny topples off the top bunk. Terrible, but but my thing is just like, man, it was crazy. Here's my thing. I don't have to like you. Don't mean I wish ill on you. I don't want to may not want to be your buddy. I don't wish ill on anybody. But it was like crazy because had like this one arm sticking out. It was some like crazy noise. They went and they came and picked him up and then fucking took it back. I got to be careful because apparently people are getting canceled for misgendering. They did my boy Zuby bad on Twitter for saying okay, dude. And that was the crazy thing to me too, is because how people be like, "Hey, her, she's her." What? I'm like, who? What's she? There's no she's in here. Are y'all talking about the guard? Y'all talking about the motherfucking the picket? Because there's no she's in this fucking bunk. Like, I'm not, I'm lost as to what y'all see compared to what I see because I see a swole ass little nigga with a wig on, and I don't know, what y'all talking about, but that's a whole nother conversation. But yeah, motherfucker fell out on the fucking like from the top bunk, and then after that, somebody had to give up their bunk. Oh, matter of fact, it was because I had a top bunk. I stayed like in the corner, like away from everybody. It's like two. There's a like a little bunk like in the corner. It was kind of by the shower, so it sucked, but it was like away from the TV and it was away from everybody else. So like that's the one I ended up taking. And actually, the guy he's the one that gave me the Bible that I was reading, and so I had actually somebody had left, and so the little youngster with the annoying ass laughed like a fucking hyena. I ended up taking his bunk. He had a bottom bunk. I slept there one night, and so the white guy that took the bunk that I had, and so I ended up at work. I was like, man, hey, you want to swap bunks? Because I was like, I don't like being around all niggas talk too much, and then it's fucking bottom bunk suck. I know everybody likes somebody. It is what it is, but I can't sit up in that bitch. I'm bumping my fucking head. I fucking can't even stretch out in that bitch. Like, it's uncomfortable. I'd rather be on the top bunk. So anyway, I went and got my old bunk back, and it's funny because after that, since that was the most recent bottom bunk that was available, everybody made him give up the bunk, so he ended up going back to a top bunk, and the tranny got his bunk. And it was funny because he had just told me a story that day, or the day before we traded spots, about how he fell out of a bunk in state jail, and so that's why he don't like to be on the top bunk because he fell out of one. So man, I had to, you know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. So that was I thought was kind of humorous, and then eventually there's this little Puerto Rican guy, crazy little Puerto Rican guy. He was cool, a lunatic, but he was cool. I have his baby mama's number. Don't ask me how. Anyway, what happened? Y'all gotta kind of forgive me. I'm kind of in and out of the chat because I'll start getting distracted talking about some stuff. Um, so, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the thing. Cause yeah, I know all the female inmates. I seen a lot of these female inmates, and they was looking real rough. They was looking like a gal who does all the videos with her wig getting snatched off. They was looking like it was tough. So like I said, I don't know if that nigga had this shit sewed in or what. Like,
Marsmead37 donated
Mars
$2 through Super Chat. Did they try you, Ed?
absolutely not, Miss Angela. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely not. Um, so that's what I say. Like it was my biggest issue in that bitch was just boredom. You know what I'm saying? Like that was it. No, so at least I'm actually still on my dry spell, by choice. It's kind of a funny thing. When you can't have nothing, you want it. But then when you have the opportunity for it, you're just like, it is what it is. But we'll talk about that sooner or later. Um, anyway, yeah. So the Puerto Rican who yells at everybody, who stays up all night, goes to work late every day, and then yells at everybody or yells at anybody outside the tank who's making noise because he's tired in the morning when it's time to get up. So apparently, him and the tranny got into it, and the tranny didn't want to be here anymore. I don't want to stay here anymore. I was like, damn, we got a choice. Like, when do we get a choice? Like, I would like to have the choice to leave. We could just leave. Is that an option? So anyway, they moved that motherfucker out where they probably should have been in the first place, which is into the with the white vans, I think, which is like the medical stuff. Oh shit, what the fuck? We'll talk about that later too. So I was glad that happened because, like I say, the motherfucker was just loud all night, fucking playing Spake. Like, had this fucking crazy fucking laugh. I can't emulate it if I want to. Like, it's like this crazy fucking just this. I don't know, man. Anyway. And then the motherfucker thought they knew it all. Like, anytime somebody had a situation, like a legal situation, the fucking tranny's giving, it's a trash talking, legal advice giving tranny. Crazy shit. Just crazy shit. Like, it was terrible. But then the New Orleans dude had the hyena laugh. Anyway, so that's that. Now, here's what I want to talk about the lazy detention officer. And then I promise I'm going to open up the line after this. I know I've been talking. Damn, I've been talking way longer than I expected. Here's the shit that bothered the fuck out of me, man. Here's the fucking shit that fucking I don't even know the tranny's name. Like, I don't know, because like I really like did something something K, or either I don't know if K was the first or last name. I don't remember. That's what it was. Half the time when people would, like, when they would come in and do count, like, they would just look at the card and be like, oh, that's you. They wouldn't even like say the fucking name and shit. So, and again, shout out to Mr. Prepaid and, the new edition that's on the way. That's a beautiful thing. So if y'all haven't heard, shout out to Mr. Prepaid. But they put another crazy motherfucker. So once this...
Desolate AK donated $20 through Super Chat. Welcome back, Honcho. Miss you and the Den folk.
Man, Desolate, appreciate the love. Thank you so much, man. I hope everything has been well. Shout out to Mr. Desolate, AK, and Miss Meat, and John, if I missed y'all. Man, I wouldn't look.
Dollar bills, y'all.
Oh, here we go. Appreciate it, Anonymous. But so my thing is, they trade out one crazy person for another crazy person, right? And this is what I was kind of telling y'all. This is what I was telling y'all. Once the puppies do their puppy thing, I have to show you. Like, I have to be able to show you the visual of how this person operates. Because I tried to briefly mention it in the Discord. Oh, and this is what's going to happen. This is one of the changes that is going to start happening. After the dens, so instead of, so many extended dens, I know people want to keep the conversation going. The den, once we do the 2 hours, is going to transfer to the den Discord, because there's voice chat options and just chat stuff. So that way you can kind of keep the chat conversation going. And those of you who kind of want to get more involved in the conversation, you have the option to join the voice chat, and it becomes more of a group discussion, which I think is a beautiful thing. So make sure that you are following the den Discord.
Dollar bills, y'all.
Yes, this is me in the kitchen when I was whipping it up. Appreciate the love, 335. And so this guy comes into the bunk, right? Another white band guy, because they have the bands that kind of tell you everything that's going on, right? And they kind of tells you where they're supposed to be. Is the link not in here? Let me pull it up and I'll post it, because that's what we'll do. We'll do the Den Show after party will be in the Den, in the Discord. And so the guy comes in, right? And I didn't, sometimes, people are just kind of quiet, and they, appreciate it, Culture. And shout out to Culture, man. If you haven't been in the Discord, while I was on vacation, man, Culture did an amazing thing, man. He held it down, like things I did not even know were possible. And so, man, again, a special shout out to Mr. Culture, man. I thank you so much for that. Let me take this off now. The link is already there. So, and I'm going to open up here problems. I see a couple of you called in and trying to call in. I'm going to shut up here in just a second after I tell this story. So, this guy comes in, right? And, you know, he comes in during the daytime. And the TV is on. Now, the TV is 99% on Telemundo. Only thing that, you know, even though there's a schedule, right? 1 to 3 English, 3 to 5 Spanish, 5 to 7 English, 7 to 9 Spanish, and then kind of whatever after that. Saturdays are all Spanish, Sundays are all English. That is not the schedule. It is nothing like that, right? The schedule is everything is Spanish, and you English motherfuckers get to watch Family Feud, Let's Make a Deal, Wheel of Fortune, and the 5 o'clock news. Don't say shit about it after that. That's pretty much it, man. So that's kind of where it is. So you know what I'm saying. Let me see what am I missing. Empress y'all, what's the motherfucking deal? And anybody else I may have missed, I have not done it on purpose. Yes, and the Discord is not safe for work. You know, the den is not safe for work. So there's that. But so anywho, like I said, because it's primarily Hispanics, and again, they was cool with me, and that was the thing they said. They're like, man, again, I don't know why it's always been like that. I've always gravitated toward Hispanic people, like most of my life. Like I say, my associates have been Hispanic, and they were just like, man, you know, you cool, man. I like you. Well, I'm translating because we're talking about illegal immigrants here who didn't speak a whole lot of English, and the ones that did were fucking hilarious. The ones who they were fucking hilarious. But I'm like, man, because you know you're not like, you know, the rest of them from Lao. You know, you don't talk a lot, and you just, you know, kind of, you work, you don't say too much. And I told y'all that honestly, outside of this YouTube, so I do not talk a lot. Like I don't. Like if I don't have a real reason to have a conversation with you, like if I don't see a reason to interact, like I really will not. Standoffish, I guess you could say. But anyway, so the guy comes in, and it's on Telemundo. It's on some Spanish, like primarily. And you got these 3 tables where you can sit. You know, people eat and do all that other shit. And just that's where they play spades and do all the other things. They call it the day room, but it's all one big room. So the guy is sitting here watching the TV, right? It's this little small TV, even though part of Harris County has some new TVs. And Broderick, last time you said something about processing being expedited, you were absolutely fucking right. That's the best part about it, but that's neither here nor there. But so he's watching the thing, and he's just like, and he's just watching it the whole time like that, like standing up. And so I didn't think nothing. I was like, maybe he's interested. Maybe he knows Spanish. You know, sometimes there's niggas in there, they look like they black, but they know Spanish, right? And he fucking, that's all he did. Never really talked, you know, just kind of watched it. He'd sit down and like would never take his eyes off the TV, you know. Then I noticed, I want to say, because on the, this is when I switched jobs from the kitchen to the storeroom. The storeroom, you didn't have to work on weekends. In the kitchen, you work fucking every day. It's terrible. But so it was off day, and you know, I'm taking a nap or sleeping or something. Or I think I might have just got up, and everybody else is pretty much asleep. I kind of slept on an off schedule, so like I could actually have some quiet time, like early in the morning when nobody was really up, everybody was sleeping. And I'm gonna tell y'all about. There's so much shit to talk about. But so I kind of get up. That's when I'd read. You know, it's peace and quiet, other than a lot of random fucking farting. Like it's shit. I don't know what's in. Nothing's in the food, but that was the worst part of it. It's just motherfuckers just blowing that bitch up all day. One person almost got in a fight for being falsely accused of farting, but that's another story. Let me hurry up and finish this one so that we can open up the lines. I want to hear from y'all. I really do. Anyway, the dude would like pop up in the middle of the night. No TV on, no nothing. Like from a dead sleep, pop up and and then fall back asleep. And that's when I knew he was crazy. Like at first I thought he was just kind of quiet and weird. That's when I knew he was crazy. Right. So this happens. Niggas, they get the razors and stuff. And they be cutting each other's hair, and they all a bunch of shit. It's just a lot of. I just can't be. Look, nah, I'm cool on that. They even got barbers. Barbers come through every now and then. I almost consider letting one of them give me an edge up, but I'm like, nah. See, now you faded one of them niggas up. I was like, nah, I'm cool on that. I'll wait. So, anyway, the toilets in this particular bunk, the newer cells way better, but in this particular bunk, 3 toilets. One of them didn't work. One of them were pissing only. One of them was the shitter. Now, there's a makeshift kind of curtain that they put between the pisser and the shitter so you can have, privacy. It's like made out of plastic bags and everything. So, you can do your shit in peace. And the same thing in the shower. They got like a little curtain that blocks the little open way so you can kind of have, some peace, some privacy. But you're still in front of everybody in the fucking shower. Motherfuckers be having conversations. I'm like, dog, don't fucking talk to me while you're in the shower. That makes me uncomfortable. Anyway, so they were using the shitter to cut hair. They were cutting hair on the fucking. But if somebody has to go, they'll move out, whatever it is. There's manners and there's politeness and things of that nature. So the weird guy, I guess, figured somebody was on her. He didn't ask or he didn't whatever. He takes a shit in the pisser, right? Which is like a no-go. Put dominoes in the prince. That's terrible. No, there might have been some missing dominoes. I don't know. I didn't check. But so he takes a shit in the pisser, right? Which is a no-go already. Then he couldn't flush the shit. Right? Couldn't flush it. So this motherfucker goes and gets a styrofoam cup, puts his hand and this cup into this shitty toilet water and scoops out the fecal matter. Puts this fecal matter into the trash can.
Wakety Woke donated $10. Honcho glad back bro. I'd quite Big M's fat ass isn't in here to hear all your county tales.
Appreciate the love, Wakety Woke. Oh, Big M, he's around. He's always around. But he put the fecal matter in the trash bag, right? Everybody's like, what the fuck is going on? Now, keep in mind, this man never washed his hands. And he's touching things. He's the weird guy, right? He goes over to the button on the wall where you call the DO and pushes that call button, that button that everybody has to use to get the attention of the motherfucker in the picket. Now, there's this particular motherfucker in the picket, and I know his name, and I'm just going to leave it at that. The worst motherfucker, laziest motherfucker I've ever seen on a job. Like, you don't need to be a corrections officer. Like, you need to be like a fucking security guard or a fucking Popeyes or something. Like, it's different, when you checking people in and out or doing whatever the fuck you're doing. But when you have situations where, yeah, we may be inmates, but you're dealing with people's lives in your hand. You know what I'm saying? You're dealing with people, that can have issues going on. And this motherfucker was, like I say, late. Like, I have several personal issues with him. Like, the motherfucker wouldn't, like, I gave him some mail one day. Like, he wouldn't even get up to fucking get the mail. It was like, put it in the fucking window, and that shit sat there for like 30 minutes. And you're talking about, you're in a little small fucking booth with windows, You can see everything going on. He has to see, he's watching all the cells. Motherfucker don't want to get up because he's on his fucking phone. Somebody sent me mail one day, but I was on a phone call. And instead of, they can call on the intercom and let you know, hey, such and such, come to the window. Or what most of them will do, what most of the ladies will do is, like, they'll put, if you got mail, they'll put like a little card or something on the window so you can see it. And, you just go get your shit. And, hey, it's me, whatever. He wouldn't even do that. He tells some other inmate that happened to be passing by to tell me that I have mail. Right? That motherfucker might not have knew me or talked to me or knew who the fuck I was, right? But unfortunately, it was a cool little nigga, and like I say, he told me. So I go to this guy, and I'm like, hey, I'll go to push the button. This is before the shit thing. I'm telling you why I don't like this particular deal. And you can see in the window what they're doing. So I push the button to get his attention. This motherfucker just sits here cleaning his fucking nails. Like, he don't hear me. And I'm not one of these niggas that's finna act like a monkey and beat on the windows and doing all that shit. I'm like, well, fuck it. I'll just get my mail tomorrow. I'm not even tripping. Then I come from work the next day. I asked the ladies in there. There was a lady who was in there like, is there any mail? She's like, I don't see any. I don't have any, which means she didn't go fucking check. And then he comes back on shift later on that day, and I'm like, hey, is there any mail? Oh, man, you had some yesterday, but I don't see any in here today. I'm like, how the fuck did I have mail yesterday and it's not in here the fucking day? You know what I'm saying? Like, you the motherfucker, like, I pushed the button and you act like you ain't seen me. And I'm like, I'm not finna sweat you for the shit, like, because it should just be there. So all of a sudden, now I don't have fucking mail. And so that's when I really had a lot of disdain for this motherfucker. But anyway, fast forward to the shitty situation. So the motherfucker hits the button, right? This same lazy guy does nothing, doesn't get up, don't do nothing. The crazy man is holding a bag of shit, you know what I'm saying? And he's holding a bag of shit right here in one hand, and he's just kind of like standing here, still kind of halfway touching his face, doing some weird other shit. And then he goes and kind of hits on the window and, whatever else. And it's like, so his fecally hands are touching all this shit. So, like, this is a very hazardous, this is a biohazard, if you will. And the fucking dude is just sitting in there, like, motherfuckers is like beating on the other windows. He sees us. He just, whatever. They waving, trying to, act like they got mail or something just to get his attention, to get him to open the shit. It's like 7, 8 other niggas in the window trying to wave at this motherfucking DO to try to tell him, hey, we got a situation going on in here. Because in just a moment, this guy's probably going to end up getting hurt by somebody. You know what I'm saying? So this motherfucker don't do shit. Anyway, a sergeant comes up, and now all of a sudden he starts moving around, right? And, we know the sergeant from the kitchen because he's usually in the kitchen, cool white dude. And so, everybody start yelling at him, and he comes in there. Then all of a sudden, nobody comes in. I got this. And wants to start talking to the man standing there with a bag of shit in his hand, right? And sitting here and say, what's the problem? You're going to ask a man with the shitty hands and the just put his shit, just dug out of the fucking toilet and fucking put his shit in the trash, and he's standing there with the bag, one hand on his face, another motherfucking hand holding the bag of shit. You're going to ask him what's the problem. You're going to ask him what's the issue, right? And everybody else trying to talk like, man, no, I'm talking to him. Like, man, get the fuck out of here. This motherfucker got a bag of shit. So anyway, old buddy, the sergeant comes in there, everybody kind of tells him what happened. He goes and gets the dude transferred immediately. But I'm like, if he wouldn't have come in there and say, this process probably took 20, 25 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it wasn't like he just sat there for, like, this was over a solid amount of time. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, come on, man. Like, the situation, like the little area you're in is not big. It's not fucking, you don't have to do anything. Get up, fix the situation, and you can sit back down. Like, anyway, so, yeah, that guy ends up getting out of there. But even after that, he's still in there for a little while. He goes back to his normal routine of watching the TV, rubbing his hands. Keep in mind, he's never washed his hands. That's how we know that that's not the real Maria. The real Maria would never be that funny. And so he doesn't wash his hands. He's, like, sitting at the fucking table. He's, goes back to, like, fidgeting with his face and all that shit. And then he's, like, playing with his pants. Like, I think he was still, like, fidgeting with his ass or something. Like, and so it was just like, man, this shit is fucking disgusting. And, they got him out of there and put him in a crazy tank. But it's just like, it was nasty. That was probably the most disgusting situation that took place. But they sent some people in. We cleaned everything up and got it straight. Or not we, they cleaned everything up and got it straight. But that made me really have disdain for people who just don't do their fucking job. Like, it's not a hard job. You don't do shit. You come in once or twice a shift to count, and that whole thing is a different thing anyway. But I've been talking for way too long. Let us let me make sure I got everything set up, and we're going to open up the line. Let's get some calls. Again, it's been a while since I've heard from you all, man. I want to say shout out to everybody, man. I appreciate all the love, all the super chats and donations, man. Y'all are wonderful people. I thank you. I appreciate all of y'all, man. Thank you so much. No, I ain't worried about that fake Maria. But see, here's the thing, though. That's why the real Maria can't say nothing about anybody taking too long to call or anything of the sort, because we already know how that works.
This call may be recorded for quality assurance.
Oh, what the fuck? What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling into the den this evening?
Hello?
Hola, ¿cómo está?
This is Kay, the tranny from Harris County. How you been?
God damn it, Kay. You know, I was hoping that we would never cross paths again, you know, because this is a terrible situation. I got some things I want to talk to you about.
Yeah, all that water sport talk, you know, kind of like got me in the mood.
Oh man. Yeah, that was a terrible situation.
How you been, Honcho? It's good to see you finally.
Man, I appreciate it, Mr. John. Man, I'm good, man. Honestly, like I said, it was good to take the hiatus. Had a lot of time to reflect and think about a lot of things. And man, I'm in a real good place. Got a lot of stuff off my shoulders that I was dealing with, kind of, you know, behind the scenes. Just some old personal issues. Like I say, man, just I'm feeling better than I felt in a long time. So it feels good to be back too. So how about yourself, man? What's been going on in John's world, man?
Man, a lot. Been kind of similar to some of the things you were talking about before. You had to take care of your stuff, which is pretty much just reevaluating my life and cutting people off that I don't feel are helpful going forward. And just been focusing on work, and that's pretty much just doing me. But I'm not really going to get into that because I want to talk about, you know, it's all about you tonight. You're out. We're going to celebrate your freedom, your happiness. And it's a good thing you read the New Testament because you probably needed all that Jesus in you to not beat the shit out of those people.
No, but that's the thing. I hadn't even got to the New Testament yet. I've been strictly Old Testament, so I might have to go medieval on people. Like I said, but I didn't have any real issues. Nobody really caused a problem. The only time I got mad in there was dealing with the people like Aramark, the company, and those are the people who handle the commissary, and those are the people who were in the whatchamacallit, because they fucked me over out of some letters and some stamps that I had paid for, you know, via commissary. You only get the commissary once a week, and like I said, they fucked me out. And I was mad, like I was real mad. I almost fucking ripped my damn little county shirt off and fucking threw all my little shit against. Well, I was pissed off, but then like everybody, they were kind of like tripping because, you know, like I said, the whole time I was in there, I was just real cool, real level-headed, really wasn't tripping on shit, really ain't fucking with nobody. And they were like, well, damn, hey, man, we got some letters, we got some, you know, I got some extra envelopes, I got some stamps, man, hey, you can have mine, and, you know, so it worked out, but I was still pissed off about it because I felt like I got hold for the shit, and there was nothing I could do about it, so, but, you know, it is what it is.
Is the Maria in the chat room right now the Maria that you guys always talk about?
Yeah, it's a fake version of her. She was never never that quick-witted, if you will.
Okay.
If you can call it that, but yeah. So
yeah,
the other Maria was I can't remember what episode that was. The breakup happened. I have to find it, but yeah, that one episode would tell you all about her. And I was like, no, she was only here for like a week or so. I think and all that shit happened. It was a terrible, terrible situation.
So what was your first meal when you got out?
Whataburger. I ate a
Whataburger?
Yeah, I ate a Whataburger. It was on the way in. I really wasn't tripping on shit. I stopped by Whataburger because it was convenient. I got a sweet and spicy burger that they have, like a sweet and spicy was it A1 burger or something like that, and water sized it. So yeah, and that was it.
What was your last meal before you went in?
Oh shit, I don't even remember, because on my way going in, I was like, I was gonna stop and get something. I was like, man, I'm not even really tripping on that. It's not a big deal, because I figured I thought it would turn out, you know, to be a little bit of a shorter stay, and it could have been, but it just, you know, it turned into something a little bit different. But, you know, no worries. Like I said, I'm happy with the outcome. Like I said, I still got to deal with a little bit of papers for a little bit, but, you know, I have no worries. You know, it's much better than what it could have really been. Like it could have been something serious. So
yeah, I can't believe that they that they made you go in. I really thought they were going to just give you another shot. I can't believe they made you go in. I was shocked.
Yeah, yeah. It was, like I say, man, I own up to it. It's my fault because of how I handled the situation and everything. But, like I say, it is what it is. I'm happy with the outcome. I'm not going to complain about a single thing. And like I say, it turned out to be a blessing in disguise. Because, if it had been a quick turnaround, the behavior might still be similar, or I might not have had an opportunity to address some issues that, like I say, some things that even outside of the legal thing that I was dealing with, it let me have a lot of time to reflect on just some stuff that, like I say, just personal issues and some burdens I've been carrying, and kind of helped me, like I say, arrange and put them in the proper place. And now, so I feel real good now. Like, even aside from the legal shit, like I just feel good about life.
All right. So what's the plan going forward?
Now that we're back to streaming, that's the first step. But like I say, I'm gonna get focused on continuing my education a little bit. Like I said, as I sat down there, I figured, I'm going to narrow some things down and find a particular field to focus on. And so that's what I'm going to start doing here this week. I'm going to really get deep into some study and find a little part-time gig to keep me busy to cover some things that I got planned on. Still kind of working on a residential situation, and it's like I say, with the legal thing and some other stuff going on, it's taking a little bit longer than I planned, but it'll all work out, like I say. But I think that I'm really looking forward to everything. I'm gonna get back physically fit. Got me a gym membership and things like that. So, like I say, just really start taking advantage of stuff that I've been neglecting over the past few years.
Yeah, maybe give the Puerto Rican guy's baby mama a phone call since you have a number.
Yeah. I got the number. Apparently, that you can get me some type of line of work. We'll see. But yeah, I'm just, I don't, the guy's a cool dude, but it's just, you have certain partners and certain friends, or I'm not saying that this guy's my friend, that's somebody I know, that you just know that, hey, you know what? I'm not going to run behind anything that that guy has messed with. You just, it's not that for sure that it's an issue, but it's just like, I'm not going to take that risk. So I don't know what she looks like. I haven't seen her or anything like that. I'm just not going to do it. I wouldn't entertain the idea. I wouldn't even entertain the thought. So yeah, that's kind of that on that.
Yeah, you're gonna see her. She looks like a dime, and your whole entire thought process is gonna change.
Oh man, yeah, especially after some of the stuff I had to see in there. The women smell like baked beans in the fucking kitchen, and I've seen some of just the worst stuff, man. But like I said, it wasn't as bad because, like I say, being a trustee and stuff, you don't get to necessarily walk around, but as you go back and forth to your little job and stuff, you see free world people, women and stuff walking around. So you catch a little whiff of perfume every now and then, and you see some interesting things. You're like, okay, hey, good looking women still exist. I ain't been gone that long. So it wasn't that bad. It was just the time waiting it out was the biggest issue. But as far as being there was no issues, no problems. So. Like I say, it was necessary.
Right. No, it's amazing because the 35 days or whatever, or however long it was that you were in Harris County, the world was over in 12 days due to climate change. The coronavirus was supposed to wipe out humanity, and something with Trump was supposed to end the world. So you lived through like 3 world-changing events. You made it.
I'm fucking lucky. See, I must have been protected by the concrete walls.
Yeah.
Of the county.
But Honcho, I'm gonna let some other people call in. It's good to see you, good to hear from you, and do your thing. And it's good to see and hear from everyone in the den. And good night, everyone. Stay blessed.
All right, Mr. John, I appreciate it, and good to hear from you as well, man. And glad to know that things are that you're clearing some space in your life, and I think that's a good thing to do.
Yes, we'll talk about it another night in depth. I got good stories.
All right, sounds good, man. Good to hear from you.
All right, man, take care.
All right. Shout out to my favorite New York. Let's see what we got.
This call may be recorded for quality assurance.
I need to change that setting. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Who do we have calling in to the den this evening?
Man, it's your boy Roman.
Roman. What's going on, Roman? How are you this evening, Mr. Roman?
Man, I'm good, Honcho, man. It was good to hear from you, bro.
Oh, man. Thank you, Mr. Roman. So,
Yeah, man.
how has life been treating you during the absence, Mr. Roman?
Oh, man, I'll be honest with you, man. It took a little while to get used. You know, I'm so used to when he hearing the song and shit, and you know, just waiting for the den calls. So just going through shit without like, you know, like, oh, I had to remember. Oh, damn, the den and the sauce is off.
Yeah, the sauce has been very neglected.
It took a little bit to get used to, but no, man, it's been good, man. We held a election again from my cabinet, from my seat as president, and I won. I got reelected. So, thank you, man. I got reelected, so I'm happy about that, man. It's an easy campaign. The dude didn't know shit, so you know, easy work. But no, everything's been good, Honcho. It's just, it seems like you only been gone for a month, though. So almost a month. And God damn it, a lot of shit didn't happen, bro. I'm talking about people that died. The whole world, like man John said, the whole world seemed like it's about to go to shit with this coronavirus. About 6 candidates and dropped out of the election.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going all over the place, bro. So, man. But, nah, I just want to see how you doing, Honcho, man.
Yeah, good. And Heidi is a terrible person. Yeah, that might have been the worst thing I heard when I was locked up was the Kobe situation. And this is from a person who's not a Kobe fan, but the Kobe situation was terrible. That was like the most unexpected shit. And having to watch the State of the Union in Spanish, that was interesting too. So there's that.
I'll say this, Honcho, man. When it comes to the Kobe situation, you know, look, most of the people in the sauce center, in the den, most people that listen to us is from Houston. Not everybody, I know not. But most of that are in Houston, of course, Rockets fans. So, I mean, we don't hate Kobe, but we're not Kobe fans, okay?
Yeah.
So, but I didn't realize how much I respected the man when he was gone. You know, his impact left so much, you know. And then it's sad that he died so young, but how he died is also the sad thing. It's not like he died in his sleep. It's not like he was already sick. It's not like other situations. He died in a helicopter crash with a burned body. It's like that's disturbing. With his daughter and 7 other people get that, you know, and that's the sad part about it. But I know me, Honcho, I'm a man of faith, and that's when your faith is tested at its highest level. So, you know, a lot of people look at those type of situations and say, like, God, why? You know, well, why? You know, but Vanessa said the realest shit when she was talking at the service. She was like, you know, God took both of them because she knew both of them couldn't live without each other. And Kobe's death should teach everybody a lesson that you don't know how long you got on this earth. Yeah. Anybody. Honcho, I could go tomorrow. I could go tonight when I'm going to sleep. God, pray I don't. You know, but anybody can go at any time. We don't know. The whole world can be destroyed in a matter of 2 hours. How we know? So live your life to the fullest. Even if you don't got a lot of money, you know, have fun. Find out the ways to enjoy yourself and not always think about the past and regret and, you know, literally your life to fullest and always think bigger than what they say you are. Like, to Kobe, he was just a basketball player with a lot of people. After his retirement, he said he wanted to become a writer. And people looked at him like, oh, you know, you'll get bored, get depressed, and you'll come back to the game. He didn't. The man won an Oscar and an Emmy. So that shows you that you bigger than what they say you are. Yeah. You know, and the lesson is taught. It's sad, but I hope it's a lesson that people can really hear. And like, so I'm gonna miss Kobe. I didn't realize how much I really respected and cared for the dude. My grandpa loved him. You know, cause he liked the fans. Like, man, that situation, man. Yeah, I still can't think about it. You know, it's so saddening. You know, but that was probably one of the biggest stories. But Man, Honcho, I know you was in jail. I know you was doing your thing. Well, no, you was on your vacation. But, bro, you should have seen that one debate. Man, these niggas was hitting fireworks, bro. Honcho, I swear, because that was the first debate where Michael Bloomberg had got added to the debate, you know. And Honcho, they had his ass, you know. It was Bloomberg, I think it was Warren, Biden, Sanders, but at the time, Buttigieg, Klobuchar. I think that's it. I think that was all the ones who was on that stage. I could be wrong, but man, the shit been heating up, man. Super Tuesday is this Tuesday, and man, I mean, I'm talking about heat, you know. So I was looking at right now. Pete just dropped out the race. Steyer just dropped out the race. To be honest with you, Honcho, I know Joe just won South Carolina. The primary was yesterday, but how it's looking like, I want to hear your opinion about this. But in my opinion, Honcho, I think Bernie got it. What you think?
So you think that who has it now?
I think Bernie got it.
You think Bernie has it?
I think
Bernie Sanders.
Mm-hmm.
Bernie is using
Honcho,
Russian interference to win the election.
You want me to explain why I think Bernie got it?
Why is that?
Okay, I'm gonna break this down for you. I don't want to be too long. I know people are waiting on the line. But Bernie's whole demographic is predominantly young people. We know that, right? Now, the difference between somebody like him and Joe, right? The black vote right now is so separated between Bernie. Bernie, as old as he is, as the oldest candidate right now, cannot grab older voters. They just don't like him. They, you know, a lot of these people, baby boomers, a lot of these people, because he talks to himself as a democratic socialist, that a lot of people hear the word socialism. Oh no, they think that's the first thing that comes to my head. My grandma did it yesterday. You know, it's not that they hate Bernie. It's just that's the first word when they think of socialism. Like, oh no, that's bad. You know, so when it comes to younger black voters, Bernie has them. He has them down pat. He cannot grab older black voters. He can't grab older black voters really on any side. But this is why I think he's going to win, Honcho. He has the Hispanic vote. And if you know anything about Hispanics, Honcho, these niggas have a lot of kids. And that's not racial. Okay, just saying. And they are the fastest growing race right now. They are. They're outgrowing blacks, they're outgrowing whites, they're outgrowing all. They are taking over, especially us being by Texas, being right by the border. They're just number one. They're taking over. They're increasing. They're producing more. Okay, they're having more children. Let's be honest with you. So when you can grab a vote like that with basically an ethnic group that's growing that wide, man, you have something right there. Especially when a lot of these people are coming from a new country, are having border issues, are getting into the American issues, and can't find stable jobs and find stable education. When you're talking about free education, hiring the minimum wage to $15 an hour, you know, when you talk about shit like that for especially people that don't have shit, and you don't know how much that go a long way for people, because you promising people that, and you. Especially people that don't have a lot of education or shit like that. Man, they hear the word free, they hear shit like that, man, I'm going with you. You know, the problem with Joe is that how long can Joe last? Joe, a lot of his deals is going to be the status quo on Joe, and people get tired of the status quo, you know, because with Obama, a lot of people, I believe if Obama would have had a third term and he could have went off against Trump in third term, I think Obama would have lost. Just because it was getting old. It was something new. Yes. You know, the rest of them they're moderate. They're just like Amy Klobuchar and Pete don't stand for shit. They do horrible with voters that are not white. Pete won the Iowa caucus and he won and then he did well in the New Hampshire primary. It's predominantly white people. Okay. When you get to somewhere like Super Tuesday, that's all amount of states with multiple ethnic groups, he does terrible. That's why he dropped out. You know, same with Elizabeth
But
Warren.
he drank the beers with the blacks though.
Huh?
But he drank beers with the blacks though.
Nah, man. Shit. I need to see that one video when they was talking about that water crisis in his town, bro. Them black people was on his ass, Honcho. He looked nervous. That nigga was sweating bullets, boy. Look, I'm just telling you now, when you can not grab other races of voters, you're not going nowhere. You know, when you can't market yourself around, you're not doing nothing. You know, this is the main thing with Bloomberg. I don't like Bloomberg. I don't, because he's just a Republican. Let's be honest. He's been Republican his whole career. And now, in his later years, he's a Democrat bullshit. But the man's smart. He's using his money to buy the election. You ain't cheating, you ain't trying. And he's doing that. But it only can last long, because his policies is not good. His policy is just the same like everybody else. It's no different. There's a lot of similarities between Sanders and Trump. You know, the DNC doesn't want Bernie to be the nominee. The Republicans, the RNC, didn't want Trump to be the nominee. We know what happened. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I'm just saying right now, how it's looking, I think Bernie got the best shot. That's the thing.
Okay. Well, we will come back to that, and we will see in a couple of months here. I think Bernie's going to get he's going to feel the burn again somehow, some way. Before it's all said and done. I mean, Hillary Clinton's she's still alive and kicking, so she's got her hands in some things. I don't think it's gonna be that easy for Bernie.
Oh no, it won't. No, all these polls say, he'll beat them by large margins. Hey, they said the same shit by Hillary. Trump smoked Hillary. So I don't. Since 2016, I believe no polls, Honcho. I wait till election day. So, hey, we don't know, and I'm just waiting to see. Hey, I'm sorry I take too much damn time. Hey, I haven't heard you in a while. I have to go a little longer this time. It's your boy Roman, man. I'm out.
Already, Mr. Roman. It's good to hear from you, man.
Man, anytime, man.
Already. So, obviously, I've been gone away way too long because Roman has grown up and matured on us. Roman has hit puberty on us. Sounds like a completely different young man. So shout out to Roman. It's now it's going to be It's Your Man, Roman. Oh man, that's tough. So shout out to Roman. Oh, man, shout out to all of you. It's good to hear from you. I had to fix this thingy because it kept saying, I guess my settings, it must have reset or something because I hadn't. Patty Pat, appreciate the love, man. Thank you so much. Let me refresh the dilly dally so that if you are calling or have called in, you may have to call back because if it's not pulling you up on the if it's not pulling you up on the deal, so I'm gonna do this. Go back. All right, that'll work. But yeah, if you've called, if you're on hold, all right, let's see. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Who we got calling into the den this evening?
Today must be my motherfucking lucky day.
Man. Mr. Motherfucking Prepaid. First and foremost, man, congratulations from me, and I'm sure a lot of the folks in the den also. But how are you feeling this evening, Mr. Prepaid?
Man, I'm feeling blessed, man. I'm just happy to see you, bro.
Man, thank you for that. Happy to be
happy to have you home, bro. You know, I'm gonna come out first and tell y'all, man, that Discord shit, I gotta take some time with that. It's a lot of moving parts. I don't understand that shit. And I came in there one day, I was trying to learn it, and I don't know how Kay Grace knew this shit, but she just knew. My wife had another on the way. I was like, no, that's not what's going on. I have no idea how she knew, but she just somehow knew that shit. So man, yeah, we got another on the way. My wife says it's a boy. I think it's a boy. Well, my wife said it first because, you know, she know everything. Even when she don't know, she know everything. So if she says it's a boy, we're going to roll with it. Fuck it.
Yeah.
But if it's twins, I'd be happy for that also. You know what I'm saying? I like pumping them out over here. I don't mind it at all.
Just get some get the multiples at once. You know, get the most bang for your buck. Okay.
Yeah, and I must say this, man. You know, Roman kind of old to be going through puberty, so I don't think it's puberty. I think somebody go over there and smell Roman fingers.
Roman got us some hype, huh?
Oh man, Roman! I think he ran up on a hot pocket he liked real good. One of them slippery hot pockets. Yeah, the boy got hair on his chest. He started to curl and everything.
Yeah. I got the taco meat showing and stuff. He's strutting through the halls.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
He online right now looking for Versace shirts with the buttons on it so he can let the taco meat come out. Ain't got all that. Nobody want to see your nipples, Roman. Button your shirt up. Man, let's see. Hey, this is a hard phone call, man, because there's so much shit that we need to catch up on.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try to think Let me think of the things that has offended me the most. Things that just really grinded my ears. I know where I'll go to. We'll go to the disrespect for Kobe Bryant and the Gayle King situation. And this thing really bothers me, man, because like you, Honcho, not a huge Kobe fan.
Yeah.
Never was. I respect Kobe the player. I hate the Lakers.
Yeah.
I always have, always will. So when you play for the Lakers, I pretty much disqualify you.
Yeah.
I love LeBron. He play for the Lakers now. I don't fuck with it. Good luck. If he win, he win. If the nigga don't win, I don't care. I just can't fuck with the Lakers. Certain things I just can't rock with. But the thing about Kobe, and this is the thing that bothers me so much, Kobe was a living legend amongst us. You know what I'm saying? Every time he made an appearance, like, damn, that's Kobe, bro. Like, that's Kobe Bryant, my nigga. Like, that's amazing when you seen him out, like, in different places or whatever. And outside of Kobe being a whole ass nigga from a basketball standpoint, that's how most of us would, you know, how we thought about him, because he always killed us. This is what he was. He was an assassin.
Yeah.
If he was on your team, you loved him. If he wasn't, you hated his guts. It is what it is. But Kobe, the person, there was not a blemish on him.
Correct.
So when a person like that dies abruptly, and you have Gayle King have an interview with Lisa Leslie, and she's literally badgering Lisa Leslie to make her say something negative about Kobe. And this woman is telling you, I've been out with this man. I've gone to clubs with him. I've been every social. He's not that person. Gayle King has deduced it as saying that it was a part of his legacy.
Yeah.
Gayle, you have seen Kobe numerous occasions. If it was a part of his legacy, why didn't you ask him about it when you seen him? A 2003 rape acquittal cannot be a part of anybody's legacy.
Correct.
Because once you're acquitted, you're acquitted. A person who's in the legal field, and a person like myself who's in the sports and legal field, I completely forgot about the rape case. And you got to remember, it's 2003. I was old enough to remember it. I remember, you know what I'm saying? I remember watching the whole night. I had forgot about it, which tells me that that's not a part of Kobe's legacy.
Correct.
See, OJ will always have, you know what I'm saying, Nicole Simpson, that's a part of his legacy. He will always have that stain on him. That didn't apply to Kobe. And, you know, and me and Professor Shrill talked about this, and this is the most fucked up part about the Gayle King situation. And Honcho, me and you talked about this in the past. The reason why Gayle King and Oprah sacrifice black men the way they do is because we're not any gatekeepers for them.
Correct.
The gatekeepers for them are the Harvey Weinsteins and the Quentin Tarantinos, the people of that nature. So they shit on us every chance they can. Plus, both of them dyking, if y'all haven't caught on to it. They ain't got no, they dyking. They bumping cats. That's what they do. But the reality of it is this fuck situation to where Gayle King makes $11 million a year, and they're paying her to put her foot on the neck of black men every chance she gets. Every chance she gets. And the most fucked up and egregious thing about everything that happened was Snoop Dogg said what he said, he meant what he said, and Snoop Dogg had to apologize because there are powerful people who want to give Gayle King this platform. Now the fucked up part is Snoop Dogg apologized, and everybody's making it seem like Snoop Dogg's taking the blame, and he's the aggressor here. Gayle King still ain't apologized, and she's not going to, because she's not sorry. She feels the way she feels, and she feels justified because she doesn't need black men. Black men are just a stepping stone for her. That's why she hasn't given a single comment about Harvey Weinstein and him, you know, catching this case. She's not going to say anything about all that. You know what I'm saying? She had all kind of questions for R. Kelly. She is going to single-handedly try to tarnish Kobe's career because she can. She won't let the white man. And it's fucked up. And it's so sad to see so many black women coming out to her defense.
Yes.
I never had any respect for none of them. I will never see. This is the thing, black people. I want y'all to understand something. As long as y'all keep fighting and riding for people just because they black, y'all ain't gonna never have shit. When y'all start fighting and riding for right and wrong, that's when you'll start progressing in this world. Jada Pinkett Smith, you no good, funky head dog bitch. For you to bring Snoop Dogg onto your platform and to make it seem like Snoop Dogg was talking bad about you when he called Gayle King a bitch, you're the problem. You are disgusting. You black women who have decided to come together and to try to ride on Snoop Dogg and say, when you said that about Gayle, I felt like you were talking about me and my daughter. What? Oh, how the fuck did you get to that point? Did you say that about Kobe? He was very clear who he was talking about.
Yeah.
That is pathetic, and it's some of the worst behavior I've ever seen, bro. It's when it comes to black women versus black men, they will ride for all black women. At what expense? And I don't want to. And for anybody in the day, I'm not reading the chat. I want y'all to understand something. I am not doing a black man versus black woman thing. I'm talking about no good black bitches, and they wrong, versus black men standing for something.
Correct.
Snoop Dogg made the biggest mistake I've ever seen anybody make. You never apologize for something you say. If that's how you feel about something, you take it to you grab your nuts to the end. Because if you apologize, now they make it seem like you're the person in the wrong. Correct. Don't ever apologize. To all you young people out there, say what you got to say and mean what the fuck you got to say. Because when you start apologizing, that's when motherfuckers they hold you in a different light. If I tell you to go eat a dick, I want you to eat 3 of them bitches. I mean that shit. I mean that with every ounce of me. Yeah. So now that I got that out the way, because I've been holding it in for a while, I'll save Dwayne Wade for another topic. He can kiss my ass too. Fuck him. And Gary Union, all you Hollywood weirdos, I hope all y'all eat a dick. Y'all can share a couple of them if you like. Let's get into this. Let's get into these Democrats real quick, since Roman brought it up, and I figured I'd shed some light on it. Roman, congratulations on your election. If you put your money on Bernie Sanders, you're gonna be a very broke man.
Yes.
Honcho, you're 100% right. The Democrats are finna rig this shit with this these super delegates on Tuesday. Roman, let me teach you something about how the world really works, bro. If they cheat you once and you allow it, they're gonna cheat you again, bro. Biden just won South Carolina for a very specific reason. They finna march their ass in a Super Tuesday, and they're going to find a way to get Bernie the fuck out of there. Now, should Bernie win? He should, because he got the votes. But here in America, especially the Democratic Party, the DNC has decided that Bernie cannot win against Trump. None of them can. All of them finna get slaughtered. That's not a person on that stage who's gonna beat Trump. When you ask Bernie a question about how he's gonna pay for this Medicare for all, and this nigga starts stuttering and telling you that it could be 17 billion, but it could be 1.7 trillion. That number right there, when you move them decimals, that means you can't win. It can't go 17 billion to 1.7 trillion. That's not gonna work. And nigga, it's your plan. How the fuck you don't know how much it's gonna work if it's your plan? Like, I know how much my light bill is because it's my light bill. That's how I pay the motherfucker. You can't say how much your light bill is. It could be $200, but it could be $2. That doesn't work that way. No one's gonna vote for you, bro. Now, let me say this. When they fuck Bernie out this vote, it should finally be a wake-up call for what I've been telling y'all for the longest. If white Democrats are willing to sacrifice white Democrats, they not gonna ever do nothing for niggas. Correct. Open your eyes. If they willing to sacrifice their own in front of everybody, because they fucked over him in 2016, they gonna do it to this man again, and it's so sad. Roman, when you're talking about socialism, bruh, and I think it sounds to me like you need to do a little bit of research, brother, because Bernie yells out that socialism works in Denmark. Let me help you out with something. Denmark is not socialism. Denmark is capitalism with a large welfare state. They have a very large welfare state. So they have a lot of like Medicaid and Medicare, things of that nature, kind of like the U.S. But that is not socialism. If you want to see what socialism is, you need to go and Google Venezuela and see what happened in Cuba. Motherfuckers are eating out the garbage can, not the garbage can, out of the garbage trucks. When the trucks come, they're eating out of it. young people like socialism because the idea of them getting free shit excites them. They haven't realized yet that if you give people free shit, it always costs. There's nothing is really free. Like, something always costs. So, like, for example, the working class of my age, people in their 30s, we all worked hard, and all of our paychecks got something called Social Security coming out of it. Every last paycheck, okay? Everybody follow me on this, okay? This idea is this is pretty much a socialism program. We give everybody take money out of Social Security, and when it's time for you to retire, you'll have a retirement. Social Security is going to have you a certain amount of money allotted to you. That program is dead.
Correct.
Since I've been a kid, they still been taking the shit out of my check. I've tried everything I can to get fucking Social Security off my fucking check. Nothing they can do. I'm locked into it. I will never receive a dollar from Social Security. That's how socialism is. That's how that is. When they asked Bernie about socialism in Cuba and how it all works, they said, Bernie, they're eating they're eating in line. They're at the line to get food. He goes, well, that's good, because if you get in line to get food, that means they have food. Honcho,
Cool.
I graduated high school, 15 years ago?
Yeah.
My nigga, I ain't lined up in a line to eat food since then.
Yeah.
I'm not finna get no fucking line for you to give me a half a piece of bread and some dry ass chicken and maybe a half a potato. The fuck is wrong with Bernie? Socialism don't work in America. We're a capitalist country for a reason. You want to be a millionaire? Work hard, stack your bread up, make sure you're an investment, be a millionaire. You want to be a billionaire? Rob a few niggas if you have to, invent something, rob a few more of the niggas, stab a couple niggas, and you might become a billionaire. Or you can rap and lie. But whatever you gotta do, you can do it. This socialism shit, you ain't gonna never be nothing. They're gonna cap your shit off, bro. They're gonna cap you off. So, from a political standpoint, man, if you're a Democrat and you're in the chat, have fun. Just know in November, me and Teflon Dunn are coming to kill some shit.
Man, prepaid, you talking about line and being in line and eating. I've been in a line recently, I had about a month of that action. And the stuff he was getting in that line, it wasn't let's just say it wasn't the most ideal stuff. As y'all can see, I've slimmed down a little bit. And I've been eating pretty well since I've been out, so y'all can tell it tells you how much I did slim down. So, I mean, if you want that on a nationwide scale, then hey, keep rooting for Bernie. I'm just gonna tell you it's not the best outcome.
Well, Honcho, when you inside that place, when you in the county, it's food, but we call that nourishment. Mm-hmm. You can eat it, you won't die. You won't be able to maintain any of the weight on you. Mm-hmm. You will never be able to have any type of personal goals and gains weight-wise. You're not gonna ever reach none of that. That's just nutrients. It lacks so much that you need. And I think that if more people were to take a little trip down to the county, if y'all never been to get a little fist fight or something like that, it ain't gonna be nothing on your record. Whoop a nigga. Mm-hmm. Go in there and then you'll see for yourself so you can wake the fuck up. Yeah. Because until you go inside there, you don't realize how good you got it out here.
Correct.
Now, before I get off this phone, I sent Trill this clip. I sent you the clip. And for any of y'all might need to see this shit. During Black History Month, Trump had a lot of black voices for Trump. He invited everybody to come to the White House. Mm-hmm. A lot of black people went. Very, very, very good little program. He does it every year for Black History Month, as he should, because it is Black History Month. When black people went, Don Lemon, that fucking fruit cup, him and the other wokey wokes were on CNN, and they called every black person there coons, sellouts, Uncle Toms. They named the black women Diamond and Silk. They call them all kind of coons and stuff. And a lot of the women that was there, I wasn't very familiar with. And it's kind of crazy how it's no problem for a black man to demean and to badmouth a black woman when it comes to if they don't agree with your political views. But if that was a regular black woman in any other setting, y'all be ready to go out here and get the fight.
Yes, exactly.
Which is crazy to me. But the best part about it was when they called out those people's names, I went and searched them on YouTube. I wasn't familiar with Diamond and Silk. Mm-hmm. Diamond and Silk have like 500,000 subscribers.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, they've been running since Trump first came out. Yeah, they was like I remember them when they first came out.
Yeah, see, I don't keep up with Candace Owens' YouTube page, but then I want to look to see how many subscribers she had. See, it's the reason why they're making these comments about black people and supporting Trump. It's a reason because they know if Trump gets 14% of the black vote, it's over for the Democratic Party, regardless of how you twist it and turn it. So for all y'all out here who called us coons and all that shit, Trump's gonna get a record-breaking number of black people finna vote for him, because the people who are ambassadors to him are opening up eyes.
Correct.
People are starting to see it for themselves. So from a political standpoint, I don't really care what y'all do. I can guarantee the landslide, because since I've been talking to people, I know people who are switching over to vote for Trump. Maybe 300 to 400 people minimum, just in my network. So you take it how you want to take it. I'm giving you the facts. So, you know, like I said, bro, you can hate Teflon Dunn all you want to. I'm asking you one question. Since 2016, how you living? Your money right? Your 401k, you good? You able to go out here and have steak more than you ever thought you could ever have it? Some of y'all like buying pussy. How much pussy have you bought since 2016? Is the number high? You like sneakers? How many pairs of Jordans you done bought? You like smoking dope? How much fire gas are you smoking these days? If all this shit I'm asking you about is all going up, you used to getting $20 haircuts, now you're getting $40 and $50 haircuts. Man, you better ride with Teflon, Dunny. We going to the top, baby. All this shit gonna keep improving. So that's it for me, man. Honcho, it's been a pleasure talking to you, man. You really made my day seeing your face, bro. I'm excited. We can get caught up on all these topics, man, and welcome home.
Man,
stay home.
Yes.
Don't go back inside. There ain't no place for you, because niggas putting shit on the wall and touching buttons and stuff. You need to be out here with us with the same people.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I had 2 incidents this week. I almost went back. I almost did a turnaround, man. People, somebody today. I'm gonna tell you, before I end the stream, I'm gonna tell y'all about what happened at Wally World. Boy, I never in my life have I had a situation like this happen. I had to catch myself. I'm like, nigga, you ain't even been out a whole week yet. Just let them make it, because I was on the brink, man. But yeah, I'm sure. But prepaid, man, it's great to hear from you, man. As always, like, we can get this thing back rolling, and man, I'm looking forward to many more great conversations, man.
Most definitely. Thank you, bro. Keep it hollow.
Already prepaid.
Yep.
Oh yeah, but I had an incident at the Wally today. Okay, hold on. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling into the den this evening?
Well, you know, it's only taken me all night to get through. It's Belle.
But you got through. Miss Belle, how are you doing this evening?
Well, this is the best the voice has been in about 3 weeks.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Louis the 17th donated $1 through Super Chat. Did you know Ernst Greffenberg, a German scientist, is the G&G spot?
Anyway, I am so glad you're home.
Desolate AK donated $20 through Super Chat. Honcho, that Bob hates me and has an agenda. I raffled 4 times. Now the den is witnesses. Raffle 37.
Because he did a good job trying to keep everything up while you were gone.
Yes, he did an excellent job, man. I'm pleasantly surprised, and again, too, you know, like I say, he kept me updated with some of the den logs, and the den command just kept me entertained, and while I was on my little vacation. So, man, culture deserves a big round of applause, a standing ovation. I mean, everything. He did a great job, man.
But we're glad you're back.
Thank you. Thank you.
By the way, gotta tell you, trivia's not working, pistachios ain't working.
Yeah, I was trying to tweak with it before. I don't know what's going on. I tried to update the.
It's all good.
Yes, everything's acting crazy.
Well, you said you didn't get to it till 8 o'clock, so you got till tomorrow night. You know, no big deal.
it'll be official
short
tomorrow.
deadlines around here. But yeah, just a shout out to my regular girls and guys out there. But I'm not going to be on long. I got a 6 a.m. wake up my time, so I just want to make sure I got a chance to say hi to everybody, and I miss y'all.
Man, I miss you too, Miss Belle, and I'm glad. You know, it took a little bit of time to get on, but I'm glad you waited and got through, and it's good to hear from you.
Absolutely.
And I'll be looking forward
and
to
I know there's
talking to
been time behind me because Beyond was waiting longer than me, so I'm going to make it short.
Beyond the waiting nigga, that's what he going to be tonight, goddammit.
It'll be all right. Yeah. I'm glad you're home, and I'll definitely talk with y'all tomorrow night.
All right, Miss Belle, get well and rest your voice, yes, and we'll talk
I
to you
will.
soon.
All right, good night, y'all.
Good night. Shout out to all y'all. Y'all are wonderful, loving people. And man, like I said, that's the thing I miss the most, that, you know, the conversation that we all have with one another and looking out for each other. What's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling into the den this evening?
This is Slick Whips.
Slick Whips, how are you this evening?
I'm so glad you're back. Now I have some grown folks to talk to and come on my little show. So I'm not going to hold you. I just want to say I'm glad you're back and say hi to everybody at the den. Now we got to have a meet and greet so we all can get drunk and carry our butts back home. So I want you to know I love you guys very much. And you take care.
All right, Miss Nick. Well, it's good to hear from you, and thank you for calling in.
All righty. Have a good night.
All right, you too. Man, that's a couple of things that definitely need to be discussed. I was thinking about the meet and greet situation, my legal situation. We have to tweak some things, but we'll talk about that real soon here. What's the motherfucking deal? Who we have calling into the den this evening?
Good, Honcho. It's your boy, Dakota.
Dakota, what's the motherfucking deal? Dakota, what's on your mind, man?
Nothing, man. Just glad you're home, bro. And prepaid, congrats on your new edition.
Absolutely, absolutely. So what's been going on in Dakota's world, man?
Oh, man, it's been some good things, you know.
Infinity donated $1. School is just preparing you for prison.
Got brought in as a paid consultant for another electrical company. So, you know, I'm doing that. Like I said, I'm building my brand. So once I got this big job I bid up in the, you know, 5 to 6 figure range. If I get that, you know, everything could be gravy.
So things are looking up for you, say. So 2020 has been kind to you so far, would you say?
Yeah. Oh, and then, you know, my whole ass family them whole ass niggas got exposed. I ain't gonna say exposed, you know, they had to sell my grandmother's house and they can't sign off with it, sign off on the sale.
Yeah.
I don't think it goes this way, love. They can't sign off on the sale without me and my siblings' signatures, you know, because when my dad passed, it ended his ownership transferred to us. Now me, I want to be petty. Fuck them niggas. Let that house get foreclosed on. I don't give a fuck about it. I don't want no money from it. I don't want them to get no money from it. Fuck. After the way they did me and my siblings, man, I can care less about those people.
Okay. So you rather nobody get no of it and want them not benefit anything off of it than to benefit for yourself.
Nope. I mean, I told you my endeavor, so
yeah.
I don't really need it.
That's what's happening there. Well, I mean, I don't blame you on that, man. It's kind of funny because my family got an interesting situation, kind of similar to that they're dealing with at this time, and it's similar, some similar behaviors going on with that. So, like, I definitely understand, and I definitely feel you on that one.
What the instructions go to this, man? And you know, as far as this election shit, man, y'all know how I feel about Democrats. I don't give a fuck about them. Don't really give a fuck about Republicans. I just think Republicans, I know where I stand. They don't like me, I don't like them. But they gonna do what they gotta do for everybody to get more money. Republicans are about money. Democrats are about broken promises and want to tell you what you want to hear to get you in, so they can get in the office. And next thing you know, black people mad and all distraught and broke up and shit. Like always. You lied to us. You were supposed to do that. So, whatever. I don't give a fuck who wins. Ain't nobody beating up. Okay. I don't know why you would do that. But, yeah. I don't give a fuck. Whatever. Trump gonna win again, and then gonna be a new president. This shit is a cycle.
Yeah, I definitely think it's gonna be a blowout of I mean, because just the I mean, I'm just looking at the Democratic field, and it's just like, man, it's who is really saying something that people want to hear, aside from, you know, somebody talking about giving stuff away. You know, Biden is talking about running for the Senate or some shit. He ain't even talking about running for the president. He don't even know what he's campaigning for. I don't don't know who Tom Stryer is. He just, him and Bloomberg just looked like it was a bet between two rich ass homeboys. I bet I could get more votes than you. We can buy ourselves an election. And they fucking just jumping in out of nowhere. Fucking I don't know what Elizabeth Warren doing. I have no idea. Bernie, I think Bernie just do this shit for fun. He knew that he ain't finna go. Yeah, Strive was out to dance with you. That's the thing that gets me with this whole election and niggas period is like, when do you get tired of the pandering? And it's like I say, I'd rather know exactly where I stand with somebody. I'd rather them be, hey, look, this is what I'm rocking with. This is what I stand for. This is what I'm doing. I'm not gonna cater anything special to you. I'm not saying that, like I say, there are policies that haven't benefited blacks in a conservative aspect. But what I'm just saying is that, we want a lot of this, we want this free stuff, we want this program, or we want this, that, and the third, and we want to hear y'all tell us that we're going to get this, that, and the third, and they'll tell you all that shit, but then it never fucking happens. Or they'll do all this bullshit, like Booty Judge was over there drinking with the two dudes or whatever, now he done dropped out the race. You got old buddy with Juvenile, somebody had a concert with somebody, like, Hillary had with Beyonce and Jay-Z. It's just like, it's so blatant, and to me that's where it's to the point where it's like it's disrespectful. Like, you see the game. Oh, I'm glad this was said. This was something I wrote down, and I don't have the paper with me, but I remember Biden, when he slid to South Carolina, because he skipped, I forgot what state he skipped, and he slid straight to South Carolina, and he was talking about black people, and the way he phrased it is like, if y'all niggas don't wake up, because he said the most, like the way he said it, he worded it all properly where it sounded good, but he said it's like the most loyal demographic in politics or something, like basically a polite way of saying y'all niggas gonna vote Democrat anyway. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, come on, man, like that shit don't jump off the page to you, like, they not doing anything to really earn your vote, and niggas are still just giving it to them because they have been so washed into believing that, well, conservative means racism, Republican means racism. That's what the R stand for or something. I don't necessarily believe that. Like, I think there's better interest on the other side than there is, fucking with the Democrats who already expect to have your vote, man. It was something like, I have to find the exact word, but it was just like, I'm like, this nigga said that shit real fly. It was a real formal way of basically saying y'all niggas gonna vote for me anyway if I get it. So it's just like, wow. Already TVV. Appreciate it.
Like you said, man, it's a bunch of disrespect, and people just vote Democrat because, you vote Republicans, you a coon, you a cracker, you this, you that.
Yeah. That's what. Okay. I guess it did. Well, gosh darn it. Here's what we're gonna do, and I know I talked a lot. I know I talked a significant amount. But we'll take one more call before we wrap it up. I guess it cut out, or if you call back. But my thing is this, and again, like I said, there's still a lot of stuff a lot of stories I got, so we'll figure out how we do these. But like I said, the after party. We'll be in the Discord, and with the Discord, like I say, with voice chat and all that, everybody can kind of chime in, everybody can kind of engage, and that's what I want to start implementing. Like I say, because I kind of got everything going late today, I'm gonna start implementing that Discord. That'll be like the den after party, because sometimes, like I say, we'll go 2 hours, and people want to keep talking about whatever's on the topic, or maybe want to get in, or maybe want to have that personal discussion with somebody else in the den who frequents the Discord. Like I say, you still got the chat, you still got the voice chat and things like that, so you can, there's lots of ways to engage, and so I really like it, and I say I really love what Culture has done, man, because he's done he's just set that shit up, like, I mean, it's very live. Holly, appreciate it, hope you've been well. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we got calling into the den this evening?
Man, I got cut off.
Okay.
But yeah, like I said, the definition of a coon is the motherfucker that want to sit around and wait on handouts and don't want to, get out there and advance black people.
Mm-hmm.
Now, like I say, you can't save every black person. There's some of these niggas you gotta say fuck.
Correct.
They don't want to wake up. They don't want to be woke. They don't want they don't want to realize, shit ain't getting better. They just want to keep doing the same shit. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing, expecting a different outcome.
Exactly. But
So
motherfuckers
that's how I
expect.
feel about that.
That's what some
And
a lot of people expect that shit, man, and that's the crazy thing about it.
and as far as Kobe, man, that shit broke my heart, bro.
He was a Kobe
And
fan.
I wasn't really a Kobe fan.
Mm-hmm.
My brother was. Like, my brother was a huge Kobe fan. I was more of a fan of the game of basketball.
Yeah.
And what Kobe did was, extraordinary.
Yeah.
And as a father, for him to go out with his baby girl, like, I just want to know, in what moment, in that moment, how do you keep your baby girl calm, knowing this is about to be your last minute to life? Me having two daughters, that's something I hope I would never have to experience.
Yeah, that's definitely a tough situation to think about, man. But and you think about situations like, but how long, man, I don't know, because like I say, how long is it that you think that goes down? I mean, how long does it go from being a normal helicopter ride to a disastrous situation? Do you have time to respond, react, and think about that? I mean, I'm thinking from a helicopter compared to, like, say, maybe a plane situation, where things go. And I'm not saying it's easy either way, but it's just like, just to even imagine being in that situation and like you said, having to deal with that. I mean, any of those situations, and to go out with your child. I think about the wife. You know what I'm saying? To not only lose your husband, to lose a child. Like, I think that's the most devastating thing ever for a parent, is to lose their child. Your child should never go before you. Like that, it's a lot of pain. Again, I'm again, for those that look, I was never a Kobe fan. Kobe the basketball player, was my enemy. I had beef with him. Well, I ain't know that nigga. He ain't know I had beef, but I had beef. But the respect that I had for his work ethic, for what he put into his craft to be who he was, man, like, he was second to none. And anybody who puts in that kind of work into what they do, even if I'm not a fan of maybe personality or who they do it or how they do it necessarily, but if they have that type of passion for it, man, you have to commend somebody for being that passionate and that dedicated to being great. It's not very many people have that type of that dedication. So that's something that I admire greatly about him. And there's not a lot of those kind of people on this planet. And so again, to lose somebody like that, and he was passing that on along to his, his daughter again. It was a sad state of affairs. Still is a sad state of affairs. So, man, but I agree, that's a tough thing to have to think about.
But yeah, like I said, man, what got me is knowing that you about to this is probably about to be your last moments alive. And all you could do in that moment is tell your daughter how you feel about her, how much you love her. And then when they said they found the bodies, he was still holding them. So that kind of fucked me up as a father. But that's a tough situation. But like I said, man, I ain't gonna keep it too long. I was just saying what's up to everybody, and y'all take it easy.
All right. Well, it's good to hear from you, Mr. Colton. I'm glad things are going well for you, and you're moving on up to the east side to be next apartment in the sky. But that's what's happening, man. It's good to hear from you, man. Like I say, shout out to you and the fam and everybody else. And man, I'll be looking forward to talk to you soon. And eventually we'll get some sauce rolling here too. So we got plenty to talk about on that end too. We're not gonna ruin the evening talking about that tonight.
All right.
All right, man. I hear from you.
Yeah, have a good one, man.
All right, you too. All right, good night, Miss Grace. Like I say, I know some more folks probably want to get in, and I apologize to Beyond a Funny Nigga if you were still waiting and all that. But we'll get ready to kind of wind it down on that. Like I say, I'm going to be much more stringent on the 2-hour situation. And like I said, we'll go from the That's the Discord link right there for those of you who rock with the Discord. If you don't know, there's the link there, and we can continue the conversation in the Discord. Yes, because like I say, you know, part of my whole deal, right, is that I have to be adamant about certain things. And when you sit in that bitch and you start thinking about time, and I look at a lot of the time that I've spent doing certain things and in my life, more of a stickler about certain things. So, and like I say, I know some of y'all want to get on, and I know that, you know, but like I say, I'll be on Discord here chopping up for a little while. And then, like I said, I'm going to have to take my ass to bed. And let's see, did this shit freeze up? Is this shit still working? Like, my shit it look frozen up. Let me see what we got here. I don't know. Let me know if it still looks frozen. Is it frozen to y'all, or is it still acting right? Because my shit look frozen on my end, so I don't know if y'all are receiving video or not. So I'm not sure what's going on there. Yeah, them Roughnecks, that's what I'm saying. That's yeah, the audio, that's what I see the audio going, but the video looks frozen. I don't know what's going on with that. Well, craziness. All right. Well, I don't know what it is. Let me see something. I'm gonna pull a quick stunt here. No, still not changing up. Oh shit. The camera went out, I guess. What's going on with the camera? That's why it's frozen there. Let me see. Let me check it out. That's why I was wondering. This shit is off. There's the scene. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. The camera's cut out for some reason. That's unfortunate, I guess, but being forced to wind it down, you know, whether I wanted to or not. So just a couple of things. I'll do this. I'll do this here. Where are we at? A little crazy image. I got a better one. Oh no, that's terrible. That was a terrible thing. So here's the thing. Like I said, I'm trying to get the sauce. I'm trying to get some sauce actually going tomorrow. Like I said, just got a lot of stuff. Like I said, when I was in there, I took some time. You know, when you're in the middle of stuff, sometimes you know, you in a rush to do things. You don't really take the time to figure it all out. So like I said, I had plenty of time to think about a lot of stuff in there. I mean, a lot. My entire life. Yes, in 35 days. But like I said, I appreciate all y'all for coming through. But I'm like I said, gonna be more stringent on the 2-hour thing. Take it over to the Discord after that. That way, everybody can become more into the conversation. I think that works better for the community. You know, and then like I say, if you have something you want to jump on, you know, we can jump on a voice chat and we can talk about it. Be on there for a little while. I got you, Desolate. Like I say, I don't know if I'll have to put them in on the backing for some reason. It's not showing up like the bot is doing some crazy shit. And so what I'll do is I'll put them in on the backside. So. But like I said, you know, I'm gonna be working on things tomorrow. Like I say, cleaning up. I'm gonna have, it's gonna be a little bit of a different look. Not too much. It's not gonna a drastic overhaul, but I'm gonna neaten up some things. I'm gonna clean up some stuff, and you know, it's gonna be a better program. You know, that's. I was just thinking about things, the simple things that I could do to improve, the simple things that I could do to. Just to make this whole thing better, man. And again, like I say, seriously, thought about a lot of y'all, man, while I was in there, you know, and it's just funny stuff we've talked about, just different things that have gone on, man. And I appreciate all of y'all. All right, Fake Maria. Tell me what you told me on the phone call that you called to the Denline when the show was not on. So, you know, my thing is again, man, I appreciate each and every one of you wonderful people, man. Just, man, I really do. Really do.
Louis the 17th donated $1 through Super Chat. Kobe Bryant shared his date of birth, August 23rd, with Louis the 16th, the last king of old France. Oh, and with me and Barbara Eden as well. Hashtag Virgo.
Where Kobe was a Virgo? I didn't know that. Well, that's another brownie point for him. So exactly, that's why the real Maria would know. But again, you know, it's a pleasure to have this opportunity, man. You know, and it's something I definitely don't want to ever take for granted. Just to be able to sit here and you know, just to reach out, just to, you know, be a part of this community, man. I'm forever grateful. It's been a significant impact on my life, and I hope that it's been an impact on the lives of, you know, those of you who come in each and every night and join us, or those of you who make it when you can. So thank you. I thank all of y'all, man. I thank all of you just for being here, man. It's, I don't know. I don't know what other words to use at this time, but it's greatly appreciated, man. All of y'all, man. I'm telling you, just, man, it's unbelievable. You know, especially when they finally did actually start giving mail, you know, when they finally decided to give a niggas mail, just to see, man, just, y'all don't understand how much that shit means. Like, I'm sitting here, and like I said, I'm very blessed. I'm very thankful. Like, I have nothing in life to complain about. Because I'm just sitting there, like I said, looking at some of them dudes and what they had going on. And I probably got more mail, you know, in that time being there by myself than probably all the rest of them dudes combined. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I mean, greatly appreciated, man. Sometimes they'd call me and I'd be the only person getting mail, like, so. It's like shit. You know, I'm grateful for that. I told y'all real quick. So real quick, I'll tell y'all about the two little situations I've had since I've gotten out, and damn near finna send me fucking back. Today, no, I'll talk about Thursday. Thursday, I got the little one, and was taking her to her soccer. She does goes to like a little training place on a couple times a week. And so, I took her over there because I missed her games and stuff for a season. And on the way there, like I said, I'm probably I thought I was running late. Maybe I was making good time. And I forgot what road it is, but I was going to make a right turn, but it's at a red light. This car's coming. I'm like, well, fuck it. I'm not in a super rush because where I need to go is like right down the street. So, you know, I'm talking to her. I usually, when I ride, you know, I'll spend those times, you know, just discussing life with her, trying to give her understanding about different things. And I'm about to turn. This fucking dickhead hits his horn behind me. Turn the fuck around. I was like, I know this motherfucker's not fucking honking his horn at me. So I commenced to stalling out for a little while. And it's like, and it wasn't even just that he hit the horn, because it would have been like, if it was like a honk, it'd have been like, oh, fuck you. But it was like a, and I was like, oh, okay. So, like I said, so I laid on it, man. I didn't lay on it. I sat there. You know what I'm saying? And So I sat there. I mean, I sat there for a minute. I actually like sat there to the point where we were a couple of minutes late. I sat there for a while, and then I sat. I mean, I sat there like, look, just deliberately. Like I had many opportunities to turn, but I'm like, man, fuck you. Ain't my fault you running late. You fucking. Let me find it. I gotta be careful with the words I use. Ain't my fault you running late, but like I said, the little with me, so I wasn't trying to get too crazy. So anyway, I finally make my turn. This fucking dude, like tries to pass me up and fucking brake check me, and like I had some thought, like, and actually where it happened is I kind of missed the other little turn where I need to take her to the thing. Like, man, I literally almost forgot I had the little one in the car. Like, he was finna have an unexpected visitor. Like, it was finna be a problem, dog. Like, I had to catch myself, and the little one was like, no, don't, she had, it's crazy, the 10-year-old had to talk some sense into me. Because, like, I was, man, like, not because his vehicle was red, but I saw red. I mean, I was just like, this motherfucking F word. No, he didn't. Because when he passed me, I flipped him off, and then he tried to brake check me. Because he laid on the horn for a while. Like I said, because he like laid on that bitch, like just held that bitch down. And so he tried to brake check me. And then, I was about to follow him home or wherever the fuck he was going. We was going to have a fucking problem. And so I ended up missing my spot. And then he busted fucking right, and where I needed to go was the other direction. And the little one was just like, no. I'm just like, let me turn it around. I was very sharp too, but that's super funny because they only give you them little bitty ass toothbrush. But I was dog. I don't understand. I was mad. So anyway, fuck it, get it over with, let it go. I mean, I've been getting. So I think God's been testing me or something. Or they don't. They don't want me to be free. Fucking Harris County sending government agents out to bait me back into the system. Anyway, so I go to the wallet today, grabbing some stuff that I need to get, and just some various items, right? And I go to check out at the self-checkout, but not the little one, but the one with the little conveyor belt. It was rather crowded in there this evening. And there's a white guy in front of me, and he's checking his stuff out. I'm in no rush. I'm putting all my stuff on the conveyor belt. And I pull out my phone, and like I know that I wasn't on it that long because, like I said, I had to open the app, hit my little fingerprint. I had to check something, and then I was putting it back in my shit. And like the guy was finishing up his purchase, so like literally he was getting his receipt as I was going to put my phone back in my pocket. Fucking lady just fucking cuts in front of me. Like I'm not there with all this fucking shit. Like I'm not fucking standing right there. I'm not like the biggest nigga in Walmart at this time. And just gets in front of me like I'm not there. And at first, I thought it might have been his wife and like she was forgetting something. So I kind of like look, and then I look at him, and then the facial expression he's making, because as he was like leaving is like, wow, she just did that. And I saw that there was no like, and man, this bitch became all kind of bitches, dope fiends, white trash. I mean, all kind of shit. Like, cause this man, look, just like cut me off like I wasn't fucking there. No, white lady, like I wasn't fucking there. And I'm like, you stupid fucking bitch. I know you fucking see me here. And so she like, I mean, it was blatant. Like, it was blatant and on fucking purpose. She had 3 little fucking raggedy items. One was a notebook and some other shit. And like, I forgot what I was grabbing. I had some item in my hand, and I fucking started squeezing the shit. And I'm like, I can't fucking go off on this lady. The optics are going to look real, but I can't attack the lady. I can go off. But I'm just like, dog, like, I'm like, this great. But she didn't say nothing. She just acted like I wasn't there, like, and I'm like, I'm getting mad. And then so she can't even pay for her fucking shit. And so even though she only had a couple items, I had about I might have had a little over 15 items. It wasn't like a 15 item or less thing, but I had some items. I had some big stuff or whatever. She couldn't even pay for a fucking shit. Some dude comes around the corner, and after I've given her some of my innermost thoughts, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, hey, you bitch ass dude, what's up with your fucking bitch? You need to check your bitch, dog. Like, y'all fucking motherfuckers are cutting in front of and he's just apologizing. I'm sorry, man. I didn't know she cut in front of you. But like, well, what the fuck, dog? I mean, so you still gonna sit here and pay for the shit and do everything. And his shit ain't fucking working. They can't pay for the shit. And I did something that I never do. And it was just like, because my thing is, I have this little voice of logic that tells me not to do things. And I generally, in my later years, I've listened to it. But it's just like, man, dog, you don't think I ain't try to check out fast enough to try to? So people like, but it was just like, I did something because I'm just like, oh my God, if I can't attack the people, I can't do any of that. That's really over the top. They're not engaging me in my anger. You know what I'm saying? So I'm mad because I'm talking fucking shit and I'm insulting and being very profane. And the guy's just apologizing and she's just acting like she's just trying her best to act like she didn't do what she just fucking did. And I'm just like, what the fuck, dog? Like, it's eating at me. And I'm like, Honcho, you just got out. You just got out. Don't do it. And so, like I say, so these little 3 raggedy fucking items, whatever they're trying to pay for with the pen, they had to go get a Walmart worker and do all this other fucking shit. Like, I'm like, what the fuck? So you did this shit. And I'm like, your stupid ass can't even pay for your shit. You don't know what the fuck. I'm like, I'm really going off like Walmart worker. I'm like, man, fucking cancel that goddamn shit. They don't fucking skip in front of me. Like, I'm in this motherfucker like spazzing, dog. Like mad. Like, I was very angry. And so I did something that I never do. And I pulled my phone out and I took pictures of these people. You know what I'm saying? And I took pictures of these people. And she kept trying to like turn her face, so I couldn't get a real good clear with him. And these motherfuckers are some druggies or whatever. Wow, there goes female pimp. Anyway, and so yeah, cause it was like I couldn't record video because if I was recording video, I'm the bad guy, right? I just took pictures of these people, and it was like I don't know why I did it, because I was like, what I really wanted to do was illegal. You know what I'm saying? And I became one of those people. And I was really disappointed in myself later on. I was like, I became one of those people. But because that's something I never pull my fucking phone out for shit, not for anything. And it's just like, man, I was just so mad. And I'm just like, man, had it not been for these, recent events, it probably would have turned out much differently. Because it was just like the blatant fucking disrespect. But I still got to handle some stuff. So I'm still on relatively, I won't say thin ice. I can't afford a fuck up right now. And man, that shit had me fucking hot. Like, that shit really, really ran me hot. And I'm telling you, like, I have not been, those 2 times and the little commissary envelope stamp incident, those have probably been the maddest I've fucking been in a long time. In a long time. That commissary envelope shit really had me pissed off. Because the way that whole thing went, like, you know what I'm saying? Just fucking fucked up. What the fuck, female pimp? What the fuck are you, man? Fucking weirdo. But yeah, so I don't know. Like I say, the camera's tripping. I hope the camera ain't fucked up and I got to get a new one. This camera has put in a lot of work, but I'm gonna see what's going on with it, and we'll figure it all out. But I thank all of y'all for showing up, man. Yeah, like I said, I was surprised myself too, because I said a lot of stuff and people like, and I was talking to somebody about it, and they were like, well, it was a lose-lose for you anyway, because what if they start arguing back? I'm like, well, what if they start arguing back? I'd have fucking put his face in the fucking a little scan machine. Like it'd have been a bad deal for him. I wouldn't have hit that bitch unless she attacked me. I'd have floored her ass. But he'd have got the real. Like I really wanted him to say something because I can't fucking. He ain't beat the bitch up, but I'd have fucked him up. Like no questions asked. But like but even if you'd have fucked him up, you're still gonna be the bad guy. You're still gonna catch the charge, and you still just have that legal situation you're dealing with. So it's gonna be a lose-lose for you. So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So I hate being in those kind of situations, but got to deal with it from the decisions that I've made. So, but let me get up out of here, man. I said I was fucking be pumped about it, but I said I was going to tell those stories, man. I appreciate everybody man, who came through this evening. Shout out to everybody who showed love, everybody who hit super chats, donate. Shout out to all of you who know personally that have written, that have sent various things and showed support in your own way. I won't put everybody out there. Y'all know I have a lot of love for all of you, man, and I thank you for everything, man. Den folk, y'all are great people, and I appreciate y'all for supporting me through this little trial in my life, and we're gonna move on, and it's gonna be better. And I know I talked about the meet and greet situation when I say with me having some legal restrictions. So I'll talk about that, later in the week. Some ideas that I have with that, and we'll go from there. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, it says the person who calls on the phone. It says I got to get off the phone because I'm getting pulled over. Interesting that you have an opinion, female pimp. That's funny. But man, I fucks with y'all, man, and I appreciate it. But I'm gonna slide out and be in the Discord. Make sure y'all jump in there. We're gonna be in the Discord talking some shit. Be on the voice chat for a little bit, and I'm glad everybody was here, man. It's good to see these names. It's good to hear these voices, man. It's it brings everything back full circle. So with that being said, yes, and I want to talk about, man, there's a lot of stuff to talk about. Like I say, it's going to be a lot of content, a lot of stuff coming these next couple of weeks because it's so much to talk about. But with that being said, chugging up a deuce, I'll drop the Discord link in there one more time for y'all. For those of you who are not there, come join the Discord. It is live. It goes down in the Discord. And it's just like being in the chat, except there's pictures, emojis, and there's voice chat. So you can talk live. You don't necessarily have to chat. It's just like being in the den. Just no big African American gentleman on your screen. But I appreciate y'all. I thank y'all. And with that being said, hey, Compton Conservative, what's the motherfucking deal? We catch right at the end, but I'm glad to see you. We're gonna slide. Like I said, I'm gonna figure out what's going on with this camera. Hopefully it ain't all the way messed up. If so, I'll try to get another one for tomorrow. But I appreciate all y'all. Thank y'all. No Mixer Shannon. But with that being said, y'all be cool like y'all be cool. Y'all ain't got to go home. I haven't said this in a long time. But y'all got to get the fuck up out of here, man. Until tomorrow. Adios.